When it comes to competing at the highest level in esports, confidence can be key.
Well, it's pulled everyone away from Stewie. He's the only one here. First shot is his, second shot is his, bomb is his as well, and he's got another one. Stewie just tears them all down. It's Stewie to ignite Team Liquid in the second half.
Not having enough self-belief at the right moment can mean the difference between a monumental victory and a soul-crushing defeat.
Have to check this on the pistol round. Glaive, he's got to be the one to do so. They're going to overlook it. This is a massive chance. Missing shots though, Disco. He's got to hit those.
Oh, dear.
It's a panic at the Disco because he can't get anything. Glaive's going to put him down.
But on the other hand, having too much faith in your ability can definitely bite you in the ass.
Make it happen, Dennis! No! What is going on?
And perhaps in all of CSGO, no one has deftly navigated the line between confidence and overconfidence quite like Owen, smooya, Butterfield. A prodigious but enigmatic talent from the land of tea and crumpets who has made his name flexing on fools with good old Big Green.
Out, but the other two are still just emerging right now.
Oh,
no! smooya, well, he's got a kill at least. Now he's got two. Can he stop the bomb from going down? Of course he can. Really hard to plant the bomb in that situation, and smooya will make up for it by pretty much taking out everybody else.
But the thing about smooya is that the unshakable self-belief that's made him so dangerous on the server has also caused his CSGO career a lot of problems off of it.
I was an 18, 19-year-old kid telling everyone to f*** off because I thought nothing could happen to me.
So how is it that smooya's recovered from a somewhat severe case of self-inflated ego? How did he try to make up for the bridges he burned on his meteoric rise to the top tier of Counter-Strike? And now that he's finally landed on a top tier roster for the first time in 2 years, what exactly are they signing up for?
Come pick me, I dare you! Come to me! Pick me!
Okay, so before we dive into the story of this mad lad, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Oh, also, please be sure to check out our brand new Shorts channel, where you're gonna get some dank, daily, bite-sized content, sometimes starring yours truly. Kids are still saying dank, right? Alright, so if there is one thing you should know about smooya, it's that he's a bit of a character. He's not exactly afraid of going against the grain.
The AWP is a feared and respected weapon in Counter-Strike. Its mere existence changes how players navigate the map.
Being an AWP also requires you to be good with other weapons.
Anyone can AWP. Anybody can AWP, like it's really easy. If you're aiming in the right place, you'll kill people, you know?
And, like the weapon he's become known for using, smooya can be obnoxiously loud. But long before he was shattering eardrums and exchanging pleasantries with the GOAT, smooya was just a pint-sized tyke in Huddersfield, cutting his gaming teeth in World of Warcraft. But after playing through Vanilla and all the way up to Warlords of Draenor, smooya was first introduced to CSGO by his friends in 2014. Now, because of his age, you might assume that smooya was just unnatural from the get-go, like just ripping people apart on the server. But the truth is actually a lot funnier than that. He was so bad that his friends kicked him out of their gaming group on Skype.
I was like, I'm so mad that these guys removed me, it's impossible. I'm going to get better than them, there's no way. So I grinded every day for 1 year, got worse. I thought this is f***ing impossible. So then I got a new computer, and then I got like global lead in 2 weeks, added them all back, laughed at them, and then yeah. Now I'm here.
From there, CSGO became smooya's end-all. Friends, school, sports, everything took a back seat to his all-consuming obsession with clicking heads.
And I just played a lot, man. I think it's just a mix of having quote-unquote the knack for it, if you want to call it that, like the genetic or whatever, or the prodigy term, and a lot of hard work. I mean, every team I've played on, I've had the most hours on, and I started the game 6 years later than everyone. It's I've played for 6 years, and I have nearly 14,000 hours, so it balances out at like 2.8k, 3k hours a year, which is roughly like 6.5 hours a day since I bought it on Steam.
Now, if you know anything about CSGO, you'll know that unlike the rest of their neighbors, the British Counter-Strike scene is, let's say, anything but thriving. So when smooya inevitably decided to start playing CS for a living, his native country's prospects weren't all that enticing.
Within CS, like, it's bad, isn't it? There's no way of looking at it. And like, we have no one to teach us how to play.
But after going pro, playing on a number of different teams in 2016, smooya got his big break the following year when he landed a spot on Epsilon Esports, an org that not only could offer him a salary, but had a history of developing young European CS talent.
And it works out for him. Oh my goodness, smooya.
Now, during his time with Epsilon, smooya did experience success in smaller B-tier tournaments, but he had bigger dreams than that. And in order to achieve those big ambitions, he needed to make a big move. So naturally, when big eventually came knocking, smooya threw himself at the opportunity.
I was literally like bee-hopping around the room like, oh my god, I got it there! He wants me, they want me! And I was running like, yeah, I'll let you know, like, trying to act all cool. I insta-called my mum, I think I'm joining big, I don't know what's happening, but this is crazy.
Smooya always felt that he was special. That given the chance, he'd be able to do great things in CSGO. And with Berlin International Gaming, it seemed like his time had finally arrived.
In no man's land, very difficult. What the hell was that? smooya, absolutely crazy stuff. Yeah, smooya firing off a warning shot. Oh, it's going to be a difficult one. He needs some support here. Very nice start there from smooya. This is the second one. Knife comes out. Surely not. And yes, it will be a frag for smooya down there by Godby. And that's all the chance that nothing needs to take him down. Up to smooya now in the 1 versus 3. Just 2 players left to go as he goes for the wide shots. It connects. One more to find. And he's good.
Like I said earlier, smooya knew he had a gift. But unfortunately, when you're in your late teens, getting paid to play the game you love on international stages in front of thousands of people, and doing really well at it, that kind of knowledge can really go to your head.
The God Complex started 18 years before then when I was born. As I say, I've always been better than most people in my class at things, and when no one in school tells you to fix up and shut the f*** up, that leads to a super arrogant, toxic little kid.
Following Big's second place finish at ESL 1 Cologne 2018, smooya's already swelling sense of self-importance had begun to really approach catastrophic proportions. The problem is that smooya's toxicity was a bit of a catch-22. The better he performed, the more he felt like he had the right to dump on other players, leading people to accuse him of being a conceited little shit, or worse. And the more accusations like these that smooya had to deal with, the stronger his need to lash out became.
Don't be super arrogant, because even though you think you're good within your scene, you're not good at CS at all. Like, literally at all. Because the reason I had such a big ego is because I've just been stomping noobs my entire life.
And I'm pretty sure it was just coming from a background where everyone was already hating on me, saying I can't be anything, and then I did everything, and then it was like, you all.
Eventually, that vicious, vindictive cycle landed smooya in hot water in early 2019, after he admitted to Loba that he'd told Optics Refresh something extremely unsavory during an FPL match. Not only did it result in him being temporarily banned from FPL, but it also saw him suspended from Big's active roster. After letting him play for a variety of other rosters during his suspension, Big brought him back into the fold later that year. But smooya still proved to be a problem. On top of disagreeing with his teammates about tactics, a lack of feeling appreciated led to him not giving it his all, which didn't exactly go down well with his roster.
Tapson went, yeah, it's fine. We'll do better without you anyway. And I was like, okay, that's a very fair statement to make. Like, that's fine. That's on you. If you don't want me to be here, just tell me. It's like, if you don't want to be here, then don't be here. I literally was like, oh no, like, no, please ask me to stay. Like, I said it, wanted him to ask me, like, no, Owen, stay, we need you. And he was like, just f*** off. And I was like, ah, shit.
smooya had effectively blown his big break, but he still wanted to compete more than anything. So with limited options available to him in Europe, smooya decided to try his hand at the dumpster fire that is NACS. But even finding a home there proved to be difficult.
So I wanted to go to NA, and at the time Cloud9 were rebuilding, Scududo just retired, so I thought, they have to take me. They cannot take anyone else. Boom, they take Mixwell. What the f*** has just happened? Like, this is impossible.
Now, despite that initial setback, the land of gunfire and freedom was still in smooya's sights. And so when Chaos Esports Club offered him a spot on their roster, he packed up his stuff and set out on his exciting American adventure.
So I get there, destroy everyone for 4 months. Prove that I was significantly better than all the players that have now moved to Valorant into the best players. I was destroying all of them. Day in, day out, FPL, officials, whatever you want to call it, on LAN, off LAN. They all caught these hands.
Overpass and Dust 2 are both really decent affairs for them. smooya, it's even the collat and the fourth. He is just hitting his stride.
Whoa, what a beautiful second shot, smooya! Boost, some shots going through and actually doing a fair bit of damage there to the incoming T side. smooya will open up and taking down Fur, and he's rushing through. Still got a couple of more bullets, enough for a headshot, and a turnaround, smooya! What a triple kill! And Mayan and Taco, I don't know, that is so outrageous. Make it a quad kill for smooya, why not?
But of course, just as things were finally starting to go smooya's way, COVID hit North America hard in March of 2020. Unfortunately for him, he'd gone back to England to renew his visa that month. And thanks to the implementation of travel restrictions, his time on Chaos came to an abrupt end.
Then I spent 2 months feeling sorry for myself, getting depressed, the usual stuff. Then I went to the gym, got my head in shape, lost a little bit of fat. And then I said, f this shit, I need to play so bad, my competitive itch is killing me. I'm gonna rifle. I don't care. I don't care what it takes. I need to play in a team because I can't wake up at 6 p.m. any longer. I need some form of schedule in my life. I can't take this.
Luckily for smooya's sanity, Contact Gaming just happened to be looking for a rifler, so he linked up with them. But you gotta understand something here. The choice to rifle was a big compromise for smooya. This was a guy who built his entire career around the AWP. So by taking up a rifler's role with Contact, smooya was settling, and that's never a good thing.
Can someone tell me in what dimension we're living in where I'm the highest rated player on that team rifling, playing a fucking lurk role on T sides and a fucking anchor position on C? In what dimension are we living in?
But, as you might expect, smooya's stint in his new role with Contact proved to be very brief. He ended up joining the Spanish side that was Movie Star Riders, and moved back into his natural position manning the AWP, where, for the most part, he did great. Although his attitude wasn't entirely without question.
Forced to come back, through the molly they go, he's running through his own molly, 28 to 1 HP, Mopaz alone, they are leaving the server. Mopaz, it's a 1v3, it's doable. And his own teammate left. I want to see him do it. I'm not leaving the server. 18 seconds. As Supra will go hunting. The flick will miss. Mopaz will drop. Oh, 10 HP, 10 seconds. Oh, Mopaz will do it. He shows up his teammates.
Now, smooya defended himself by stating that his PC had crashed. But because of his checkered history as a teammate, not everyone was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I completely get the concerns of, can we trust him here? He left this server without his teammate clutching. He did this, he did that. Barring this one incident with Mopaz and Movie Star Riders, there has not been a negative thing about me on Twitter, Reddit for 2 years.
Ultimately, communication issues brought smooya's time on Movie Star to a close. But not in the way you'd expect. The team simply decided to transition to an all-Spanish roster, leaving an emotional smooya, who, by the way, was by far their best player, looking for other opportunities. And so, in August of 2021, with no enticing competitive options on his plate, smooya decided to dive headfirst into streaming.
I'll buy a dildo, stick it on the wall right here. Every 5 gifted, I'll suck it. Starting right now. Holy f***! What the f*** is that? What the f*** is that thing? It looks tiny. It's absolutely massive. Do you guys see that? Wait. LOL! LOL! It's huge! I killed Sher. Up at 4. Left from middle. The middle.
I left there. I'm coming, Jacob. Here, you could be out there now.
Suck my British cock, you f***s!
Thanks to his natural charisma, his knack for creating highlights, and some of the company he kept, smooya was able to build and grow a Twitch audience in no time. But as much as he enjoyed going live every night, his drive to compete never waned. And thanks to his improved behavior and consistently impressive individual performances in FPL, smooya would in fact get another chance in the top tier. In October of this year, Fnatic reached out to smooya to stand in for their bid to qualify for IEM Winter 2021, and off the back of that success, extended to him an invitation to join their roster on a 3-month trial. Nearly 2 years after getting the big boot, and feeling like he might never get another crack at playing top-tier CS, smooya now finds himself on one of the most prestigious orgs in the game's history, and has vowed to make the most of his shot at redemption.
Can't wait to see you at tier 1 again. Keep killing it for the 3 months. Thank you very much, bro, for being the first subscription under my Fnatic time. Thank you very much, bro. Congrats on making the team, but don't choke. You should know me by now, bro. I don't choke.
smooya might be outspoken. He might be loud. And he might be unpredictable on and off the server. But those characteristics, in combination with the obvious talent he possesses, make him someone worth keeping an eye on. At least, that's what Simple seems to think. In fact, since smooya's return to Tier 1 competitive Counter-Strike, he and his game's GOAT have developed something of an on-stream rivalry. One which isn't so much hostile as it is wholesome and, well, hilarious.
I can't hear you, Simple. I can't hear you.
Regardless of whether it works out for smooya with Fnatic specifically, at 22 years of age, he still has plenty of time to prove that he's overcome his ego and can be relied on, both as a player and as a teammate. And if his recent behavior and willingness to look in the mirror and own his past mistakes is proof of anything, it's that he might finally be ready to show the world of Counter-Strike what exactly it is they've been missing. British esports is shite. What the f do you want me to say? Like, there's like 3 people in the whole of esports who come from England and like are top tier at a game. Crumpets and tea. I like tea. I like Japanese tea. I don't really like English tea. Crumpets are good with like, if you eat them like pancakes. Like if you put butter and maple syrup on them, they're good.